Hey, good morning, everyone. It is Monday. It is April 1st. It is April Fool's Day, but I am going to be nice. I am not going to make a fool of anyone today. I did want to mention this week's featured sponsor, which I pick out of a hat, Alexandria Oral Surgery. That's the one. I put a link in the comments there. We've dealt with so many complex dental procedures because my daughter lost a permanent tooth as a youngster, and my wife is just terrified of the dentist. So it's good to have someone who can take care of you and do it the right way and get you taken care of on these things, because let me tell you, it can be quite the process. Okay, folks, the link is up there. You can click on that. It helps us if you go and visit these sponsors and take care of them. Any of the sponsors you see, be it the website, the app, there we go. And what else do we have? Oh yeah, I have forecast sponsors. Isn't that cool too? All right, back to business here. This is what we have right now outside. We have cloudy skies. We have a few cars there traveling along, but nothing bad going on today. Big time storms up north today. It's going to be very busy up that way, but for us, I think we stay on the tail end of this system, and we maybe get some rainfall, but it's not going to be big totals here. So temperatures right now in the 70s here at 9:30. It's very warm. It's very humid. You saw that dew point also up in the 60s. And for now, we have some rain and storms to the north. We have a little rain and snow out in the mountains out west, so the table is being set for a big storm to come through. But fortunately for us, the severe threat is going to mostly stay away. I can't totally rule it out. I'll show you in just a minute here. But cloudy skies give way to mostly cloudy skies, kind of like yesterday. Maybe you sneak some peeks of sun in out there, but it's going to be very warm and humid for today. And we're going to see those temperatures jump up quickly into the 80s by early afternoon. 84 Natchitoches, 84 Monroe, low 80s down there south of I-10. And then tonight, we just don't cool off much. We go back down to around 70 degrees because it's going to stay quite humid. Going to have a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, and you can see that the clouds are there, and the clouds are going to stick around, and then we have showers and thunderstorms that are going to start as soon as tomorrow morning. Now, this may be the best chance we have to see a couple of severe storms early in the morning, and that would be mainly in the northwestern part of the area, up around Toledo Bend, Natchitoches, and then up to Ruston. You could see a few strong storms, and then what happens is the main upward motion, like the upper support for this system, moves on to the northeast, and as that moves away, we still have the front here, but we just don't have a lot of support for these thunderstorms to really gather up and do much here. So what I think we're going to see is scattered rain, perhaps a few storms, and especially over the northern third of the area, let's say north of like Anacoco to Dry Prong to Faraday. That's where you might see a strong storm, maybe a severe storm. Can't rule it out, but this is not one of those days where I'm going to be glued to radar and just waiting for warnings all day, because it does not look like it's going to be widespread, and then we clear things out. So the severe outlook, again, for today, up in the Ohio River Valley, back down through Oklahoma City, and even in toward Dallas and Fort Worth, big-time severe threat. For us, we're barely on the edge of the thunder threat, but for tomorrow, you can see that marginal risk does come down into the northeastern quarter of the area. Could be a few rumbles of thunder out there, and we will certainly be keeping a watch on that. Rainfall totals very manageable, mostly less than a half an inch around here, and that's pretty much through Sunday, because this is our only chance for rain. After this, we are clear through the weekend. And then, of course, the clouds come back for Monday. I know we have a lot of people that are traveling to see the eclipse. I know people are going to Tyler and Longview and Pettit Jean State Park and going all over Arkansas. And some are going way out into West Texas or Southwest Texas there, because climatologically, this is where you should have planned on going. But here is a look at things, and I forgot to pause it at the beginning, but this is a map of the GFS. This is showing me the cloud cover forecast by a single model run. Now, we're in that stage where we're getting some usefulness out of these single models. So this is what it looks like here, 142. So we're following the path of totality here, and you can see tons of clouds. Get up toward Little Rock, tons of clouds. Now, looking at ensembles, this being one run here, we are seeing there is at least some chance to see some breaks in the clouds. But, I mean, right now, Texas is not looking great. Arkansas looks a little better, and then you can see once you get up into, like, southeastern Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Indiana, that's actually where you're going to see a better chance to see some breaks in the cloud cover. And then look at this. Of all things, the place where I would have not recommended you to go, because weather's a funny thing, the Northeast. They're going to probably see the best chance to see some great views of this from New Hampshire and Vermont up into Maine. So Mother Nature throws us the curveballs, and we just have to kind of sit here and figure out what we're going to do with it. Here is the amount of coverage. Now, I will say that, yes, we have a greater than 90% coverage for a good chunk of our area. That's not really going to do anything outside. You're not going to look outside and see that it's much dimmer. But if you have the glasses, it's going to look cool if we can see the sun. But again, I think we're going to see a lot of cloud cover. So I'll be watching it. It's not quite edged into the 7-day forecast just yet, but it is getting there. We are close, and you can see that we go from sunny on Thursday and Friday to mostly cloudy on Saturday and Sunday. Scattered thunderstorms on Tuesday. That's your best chance for rain. And then Monday, I don't think we're going to see a ton of rain in the area just yet for the eclipse, but I do think that we're going to see another round of storms probably around Tuesday or Wednesday, and that could bring a severe threat. So that's just stuff we're looking at way out in the distance. I'll show you a couple other things here as we look at that long range 8 to 14 day forecast. This is post eclipse. It's going to be warm. We're going to see some 80s out of this, and a lot of humidity, a lot of moisture. 1 or 2 storm systems coming through, so thunderstorms are going to be likely, and of course with that upper rain chances are going to be probably quite elevated, and we're going to see above normal precip totals. But check this out here. I'm going to show you the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, because I don't know if I've ever seen one quite this wild. We go from really cold out west, or really below normal, to above to below. So the battle of the air masses out here, it's setting up, and we're going to see those severe thunderstorms possible. And we are getting to that time of year. We're in that time of year down this way, but we're getting to that time of year over a larger part of the country where severe season is really going to kick into gear. Let me see what's going on. See if we have any. All right. Okay. If you've seen one eclipse. Oh, come on. No, it's going to be fun. Got to get out there and see. I wish I could. I mean, I've been looking forward to this for a long time. We never really even made plans. We were just like, we're going to drive out and see what happens. But it seems like that path is going to be quite clogged with folks. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully I'll have better news here over the next few days. But I'm watching it. That's all I can say. I would plan on a longer. If you're like, I am going to see this thing, you're going to want to probably have about 36 hours of lead time, because you might end up going up into Maine or something crazy like that. If you're that wild and crazy and ready to have fun, well, good for you. Good on you. All right, I'm going to get out of here. It's pretty tame this week, but we'll be here all week talking about the weather, talking about the threat for a few storms on Tuesday, and then looking at all that eclipse stuff in different ways to say, hey, I think it's going to be cloudy. But I'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a wonderful Monday, wonderful start to the week, and we'll see you back here.